Anna was a nurse who worked the night shift at the city hospital. She was used to long hours, tired feet, and the quiet hum of machines in the dark. Tonight was no different, or so she thought. It was just past 3 a.m. when her phone rang. The sound was sharp and sudden, breaking the silence of her small apartment. She rubbed her eyes and reached for it on the bedside table. The bright screen showed an unknown number. With a sigh, she answered. "Hello," she said, her voice soft and sleepy. There was a pause on the other end, then a shaky voice whispered, I need help. Please. It's an emergency." Anna sat up straight, her nurse instincts waking her instantly. "Where are you? What's wrong?" she asked quickly. There was another pause, then the voice said an address, a street Anna did not recognize. The voice was faint, almost as if the person was scared or in pain. Anna's mind raced. She had been off duty for hours, and her bed was warm. But something in the voice touched her deeply. She couldn't just ignore a call for help. She grabbed her coat from the chair and slipped into her shoes. The city was quiet outside, the night calm except for the occasional car passing by. Anna's heart beat faster as she walked toward the bus stop. She wasn't sure what awaited her, but she knew she had to go. The bus rumbled through the sleeping streets, and Anna watched the dim street lights blur past the window. She tried to remember the address she had been given, repeating it in her head like a prayer. Finally, the bus stopped near a tall, quiet street with large houses. Anna stepped off and walked toward the address, her breath forming little clouds in the cold night air. The house was big, with tall windows shining softly under the moonlight. She hesitated for a moment before knocking on the door. After a few seconds, the door opened, and a man in his early 40s stood there. His eyes were tired but alert, and he looked surprised to see Anna. "Yes? Can I help you?" he asked politely. Anna swallowed her nervousness and said, "I got a call for help. From this address? Is someone hurt?" The man looked confused and shook his head. "No, no one is hurt. Maybe a mistake." Anna felt a little embarrassed. "I'm sorry to bother you. I just wanted to make sure." The man smiled kindly. "Please, come inside. It's cold out there." Anna stepped into the warm, quiet house. Inside, the air smelled like fresh coffee and soft blankets. The man closed the door gently behind her. "I'm Ben," he said, offering his hand. Anna shook it. "Anna. I'm a nurse. I thought someone might need help." Ben's expression softened. "My son made the call by mistake. He was scared, but he's okay now." Anna's eyes followed a small figure near the living room. A boy about 6 years old was sitting on the floor, holding a teddy bear tightly. His eyes were wide and a little red from crying. Ben knelt down beside him. "Max, this is Anna. She's a nurse." Max looked up shyly and gave a small smile. Anna's heart melted at the sight. "Did you have a bad dream, Max?" Anna asked gently. Max nodded. "I thought something bad was coming. I got scared." Anna sat down on the soft carpet, a comforting presence beside the little boy. She remembered the many nights she had spent comforting frightened patients or worried families. Tonight, it felt different. It felt like she was exactly where she was supposed to be. Ben looked at Anna with gratitude. "Thank you for coming, even if it was a mistake. It means a lot." Anna smiled tiredly but sincerely. "It's okay. I couldn't just ignore a call like that." For a moment, the three of them sat quietly. The house was peaceful, broken only by the soft breathing of the sleeping city outside. Anna thought about how life sometimes brought unexpected moments, how a wrong call at 3 a.m. could change everything. Ben stood up and made some warm tea in the kitchen, inviting Anna to stay a little while longer. As Anna sipped the tea and listened to Max tell small stories about his favorite cartoons, she felt a sense of calm she hadn't felt in a long time. The night was no longer just about work and tiredness, it was about kindness, unexpected friendship, and a small family's quiet strength. Anna didn't know it then, but this night would stay in her heart forever. Anna felt a strange mix of tiredness and curiosity as she sat in the warm living room of the large house. The clock on the wall showed it was almost 3:30 a.m. The city outside was silent, and the soft glow of the street lamps shone through the curtains. Ben, the man who had opened the door earlier, was busy in the kitchen making tea. The boy, Max, sat quietly on the carpet, clutching his teddy bear like it was the only thing that could keep him safe. Anna looked around the room. It was tidy and filled with small touches of family life, photographs of smiling faces, books on the shelves, and toys neatly arranged in a corner. It was clear that this house was a home, even if it was different from Anna's small apartment. Ben returned with a cup of tea for her, and Anna accepted it gratefully. The warmth of the cup in her hands was comforting, like a small reminder that even in the darkest hours, there was kindness. "So," Ben said softly, "Max called emergency services by mistake. He was scared after a bad dream and pressed the wrong buttons on the phone." Anna nodded, understanding. Children often get confused when they're scared. "I'm glad he's okay." Ben smiled sadly. "It's not easy being a single parent sometimes. Nights like these make me worry." Anna glanced at Max, who was now curled up on the sofa, his eyes heavy with sleep but still holding his teddy bear tightly. "He's lucky to have you," she said quietly. Ben looked surprised by her words. "Thank you. I try my best." There was a pause. The quiet between them was not uncomfortable but filled with thoughts they both didn't want to say out loud. Anna's phone buzzed in her pocket. She checked it, messages from the hospital asking if she would be back for the next shift. The reminder that she still had work waiting for her was like a gentle tug at her heart. She stood up, preparing to leave. "I should get going," she said, smiling tiredly. "Thank you for letting me stay for a moment." Ben nodded but didn't move toward the door. "You don't have to leave right away," he said softly. "If you want, stay a little longer. Max could use someone right now." Anna looked down at Max, who had opened his eyes and was watching her quietly. There was something about the boy's trust that made her hesitate. "I just don't want to disturb your family," Anna replied gently. Ben smiled warmly. "You're welcome here." Anna sat back down, the warmth of the house slowly melting away her fatigue. She watched Max as he slowly drifted to sleep. The little boy's breathing became calm and steady, and for the first time that night, Anna felt a deep peace. Ben sat beside her, his eyes on Max but also on Anna. "It's strange how a wrong call can bring the right person to your door." Anna nodded, feeling the truth of his words. Sometimes, life works in mysterious ways. They talked quietly about small things, work, hopes, and fears. Anna told Ben about her life as a nurse, the long hours, the hard nights, and the little moments that made it all worth it. Ben shared stories about Max, the challenges of raising a child alone, and the pressure of running a company while trying to be a good father. Their words built a fragile bridge between two strangers who found themselves connected by chance and kindness. Anna looked at the clock again. It was almost 4 a.m. Her eyes were heavy, but she didn't want to leave just yet. "Would you like to see some photos of Max?" Ben asked, pulling out his phone. Anna nodded eagerly. They looked through pictures of Max's birthdays, family vacations, and simple moments of joy. Each photo told a story of love and effort. Despite the late hour, Anna smiled genuinely for the first time in days. Suddenly, the silence was broken by a soft knock on the door. Both Anna and Ben looked up. Ben stood and opened the door to find a woman standing there, carrying a small bag. "Sorry to bother you," she said, "I'm Lisa, Max's teacher. I heard about the call and wanted to check if everything is okay." Ben invited her inside, and Anna felt a sudden warmth spread through the room. She realized that even in a big, busy city, people cared. They looked out for one another. Lisa smiled at Anna. "Thank you for coming all this way. It means a lot." Anna shook her head. "I'm just glad Max is safe." As Lisa talked with Ben quietly, Anna looked around the room once more. She felt something shift inside her, a new feeling of hope. For the first time in a long while, Anna thought that maybe she didn't have to face life alone. Ben caught her eye and gave a small nod. In that simple gesture, Anna felt a connection, a silent promise that this strange, late-night visit was only the beginning. When Lisa left, Anna finally stood, ready to go. Ben walked her to the door and said, "Thank you, Anna. You came at a time we needed someone the most." Anna smiled, feeling a warmth she hadn't expected. As she stepped back into the cool early morning air, Anna looked up at the sky, where stars were slowly fading with the coming dawn. She knew her night wasn't over yet, her work awaited her, but something inside her had changed. Sometimes, a wrong call was not a mistake at all. Sometimes, it was fate. The sun was beginning to rise when Anna finally reached her small apartment. The sky was painted with soft shades of pink and orange, promising a new day. But Anna's mind was still full of the night's events. The wrong call, the warm house, the little boy with the teddy bear, everything felt like a dream she didn't want to wake up from. She changed quickly and made a cup of tea. Sitting by the window, Anna watched the city wake up. People hurried to work, cars filled the streets, and the world outside moved on like nothing had happened. But inside Anna, something had shifted. That night had been more than just a mistake, it was a reminder of the quiet strength in kindness and connection. At the hospital, Anna's shift was busy. Patients came and went, machines beeped softly, and nurses moved swiftly to care for each person. But Anna's thoughts kept drifting back to Ben and Max. She wondered how the little boy was doing now. Was he feeling better? Was Ben managing to find peace? During a break, Anna checked her phone. A message from Ben surprised her. "Thank you again for last night. Max is feeling better. Hope to see you soon." Anna smiled. She didn't expect to hear from him again, but the message warmed her heart. After her shift ended, Anna felt tired but restless. She decided to visit the small park near her apartment, hoping the fresh air would clear her mind. As she walked through the quiet paths, she thought about the life she lived, the long hours, the lonely nights, and the small moments of joy that kept her going. Suddenly, Anna heard footsteps behind her. She turned to see a man walking toward her. It was Ben. "I hope I'm not disturbing you," he said with a small smile. Anna shook her head, surprised but happy to see him. "Not at all." They walked together through the park, the early morning sun casting soft light on the trees. Ben talked about his busy days, the challenges of work, and the joy Max brought to his life. Anna shared stories from the hospital, the lives she touched, and the struggles she faced balancing work and rest. As they talked, Anna noticed something new in Ben: a quiet strength beneath his tired eyes, a gentleness that showed in the way he looked at Max, and now at her. They stopped near a bench, and Ben sat down, motioning for Anna to join him. "Max told me last night that you made him feel safe," Ben said quietly. "That means more than you know." Anna felt a lump in her throat. "I'm glad. I just want him to feel happy and loved." Ben looked at her with gratitude. "You're more than just a nurse, Anna. You're kind, patient, and strong. Max is lucky to have you in his life." Anna smiled shyly but felt a warmth spread through her chest. For a moment, the world around them was still. Two strangers, connected by a simple act of kindness, were beginning to build something real. Ben glanced at his watch. "I have to go soon. Work calls." Anna nodded, understanding. Before they parted, Ben looked at Anna and said, "Would you like to come over for dinner one evening? Max would love to see you again." Anna's heart skipped a beat. "I'd like that." They said goodbye, and Anna walked home feeling lighter than she had in weeks. That night, as Anna lay in bed, she thought about the unexpected turn her life had taken. The wrong call at 3 a.m. had brought her into a new world, one filled with hope, friendship, and maybe even love. She closed her eyes and smiled, ready to face whatever came next. A few days had passed since that quiet morning in the park. Anna had returned to her routine, but something was different now. She looked forward to the evenings, wondering if Ben would call or invite her again. The thought brought a small smile to her face, breaking through the tiredness she usually felt. One evening, her phone buzzed. It was a message from Ben: "Dinner at our place tomorrow? Max is excited to see you." Anna's heart lifted. She quickly replied, "I'll be there." The next evening, Anna found herself standing in front of Ben's large house once again. This time, the door opened almost immediately, and Ben greeted her with a warm smile. "Come in," he said. "Max is waiting." Inside, the house felt even warmer than before, filled with soft lights and the smell of home-cooked food. Max ran up to Anna, throwing his arms around her legs. "Hi, Max," Anna said softly, hugging him back. Ben led Anna to the dining room where a simple but delicious meal was ready. As they sat down, the boy chatted happily about his day at school and the new book he was reading. Anna listened, feeling a deep joy in this small family moment. After dinner, Ben and Anna moved to the living room. They sat close, sharing stories about their lives. Anna talked about her work as a nurse, how every day was a new challenge, how she met people from all walks of life, and how sometimes she felt both tired and proud. Ben listened carefully, then shared his own story. He spoke about being a single father after his wife passed away a few years ago. Running a company while raising Max had not been easy, but every smile from his son made it worthwhile. Anna's eyes softened. "That must be hard, doing it all alone." Ben nodded. "It is. But I wouldn't change it for anything. Max is my world." There was a moment of silence between them, a comfortable pause where words weren't needed. Both felt a connection growing stronger, built on honesty and understanding. Anna reached out and touched Ben's hand gently. "Thank you for inviting me. I feel like I belong here." Ben smiled, squeezing her hand. "You do. You're part of this family now." Max suddenly interrupted, holding up his teddy bear. "Anna, will you stay to read me a story before bed?" Anna laughed softly and nodded. She sat on the floor beside Max, opening the book and beginning to read in a calm voice. The boy's eyes grew heavy, and soon he was fast asleep, his teddy bear resting on his chest. Ben looked at Anna, admiration shining in his eyes. "You have a special way with him." Anna smiled shyly. "I just want him to feel safe." The night grew late, and Anna realized it was time to leave. She stood up, feeling a mix of happiness and nervousness. Ben walked her to the door. "I'm glad you came." "Me too," Anna said softly. As she stepped outside, the cool night air wrapped around her. But inside her heart, there was warmth and hope for new beginnings and the promise of something beautiful. Walking home, Anna thought about how a wrong call at 3 a.m. had led to this perfect night. Sometimes, life gave unexpected gifts, and all it took was courage to answer the call. Days passed since that special evening at Ben's house. Anna and Ben had started to see each other more often. Each meeting brought them closer, and Anna found herself feeling something she hadn't felt in a long time: hope. But with hope came doubt. Anna wasn't sure if this new connection was real or just a temporary comfort. She worried about the challenges ahead, the differences in their lives, the busy schedules, and the fears that sometimes whispered in her mind. One evening, after finishing a long shift at the hospital, Anna sat quietly in her small apartment. The room was dimly lit by a single lamp. Her phone lay on the table, silent. She thought about Ben and Max, about the laughter they shared and the warmth she felt when she was with them. Suddenly, the phone buzzed. It was a message from Ben: "Can I see you tonight? I have something important to tell you." Anna's heart raced. She wasn't sure what to expect, but she knew she wanted to see him. She quickly got ready and took a taxi to Ben's house. When she arrived, Ben was waiting on the porch, looking nervous but hopeful. "Come in," he said softly. Inside, the house was quiet and cozy. Max was already asleep upstairs, tucked into bed with his teddy bear. Ben led Anna to the living room. They sat down facing each other, the air between them filled with unspoken words. "I've been thinking a lot," Ben began. "About you, about Max, about us." Anna listened carefully, her heart beating fast. "I never expected a wrong call to change my life," he continued. "You came into our world when we needed you the most. You've brought light and happiness that I didn't know was missing." Anna felt tears prick her eyes. She looked down, feeling shy but happy. Ben reached out and took her hand gently. "I want you to stay, not just for tonight, but for as long as you want. Max and we need you." Anna looked up, meeting his eyes. She saw honesty and hope there, and it made her own fears start to fade. "I want to stay," she whispered. "I want to be part of your life. Part of your family." Ben smiled, relief and joy shining on his face. For a moment, they just held hands, feeling the warmth and comfort that came from being truly seen and accepted. The night grew late, but neither wanted to move. They talked quietly about the future, about hopes, worries, and the promise of new beginnings. Anna realized that love wasn't about perfect timing or easy answers. It was about choosing to be there, even when life was complicated and uncertain. Ben stood and walked her to the door. "Thank you for trusting us," he said softly. Anna smiled. "Thank you for giving me a chance." As she stepped outside into the cool night air, Anna felt something she hadn't felt in years: a sense of peace and belonging. The wrong call at 3 a.m. had led her to this moment, a moment of truth where two hearts found courage to open up and hope for something real. Walking home, Anna knew that whatever the future held, she was ready to face it with Ben and Max by her side. The days that followed were filled with a quiet, hopeful happiness. Anna's life began to change in small but important ways. She no longer felt like she was carrying the weight of the world alone. Ben and Max became a part of her everyday thoughts, her smiles, and her dreams. One bright Saturday morning, Anna woke up early. The sun streamed through the window, painting golden light across her room. Today, she was going to spend the whole day with Ben and Max, something she had been looking forward to all week. She dressed quickly, feeling a flutter of excitement. When she arrived at Ben's house, Max ran to greet her at the door, his face bright with joy. "Anna! Look what I made," he exclaimed, holding up a colorful drawing. Anna knelt down and took the picture, a happy scene of a family holding hands under a big sun. She smiled warmly. "It's beautiful, Max. You're very talented." Ben came into the room, smiling as he saw the two of them together. "Looks like someone's happy." Anna laughed softly. "I am." The morning passed with laughter and light conversation. They made pancakes, played games, and even planted flowers in the small garden outside. Max showed Anna his favorite books, and Ben shared stories about his own childhood. For the first time in a long time, Anna felt like she belonged somewhere. The walls of the house weren't just shelter, they felt like home. Later, as they sat on the porch watching the sun begin to set, Ben looked at Anna thoughtfully. "I know life isn't easy," he said quietly. "But having you here makes everything better." Anna reached out and took his hand. "We're stronger together." Max smiled and squeezed her hand, his small fingers warm and trusting. Days turned into weeks, and their bond grew stronger. Anna found joy in the little things: Max's laughter, Ben's quiet support, and the simple peace of being part of a family. At work, Anna noticed a change too. She felt more energized, more hopeful. The long shift still tired her, but knowing she had people waiting for her made everything easier. One evening, after a busy day, Anna sat with Ben and Max in the living room. Max was already half asleep on the sofa, and Ben was quietly reading. Anna looked around and realized how much her life had changed in just a few weeks. From a wrong call at 3 a.m. to this moment of calm and love, everything felt like a miracle. Ben smiled and put down his book. "Anna, I want you to know how much you mean to us. Max and we're lucky to have you." Anna's eyes filled with tears. "I feel the same way." They sat together in silence, the quiet filled with hope and promise. Anna knew that life would still have its challenges, but now she didn't have to face them alone. Together, they were building something new, something strong and beautiful. The months that followed felt like a new chapter in Anna's life. The early mornings and long nights at the hospital remained challenging, but the warmth she found with Ben and Max made every struggle easier. Anna woke up one morning to the sound of birds singing outside her window. The sunlight streamed softly into her room, and she smiled as she remembered the family waiting for her just a few blocks away. She quickly got ready and headed to Ben's house, where Max was already waiting by the door, his eyes bright and happy. "Good morning, Anna," Max said cheerfully, holding out his hand for a high five. Ben greeted her with a warm smile. "Ready for today's adventure?" Anna laughed. "Always." Today was a special day, their first trip to the park together as a small family. The park was filled with green trees, blooming flowers, and laughter from children playing nearby. Max ran ahead, his teddy bear in hand, while Anna and Ben followed behind, holding hands as they walked slowly, enjoying the fresh air. They found a quiet spot under a large oak tree, and Anna helped Max spread out a blanket for a picnic. As they ate sandwiches and drank lemonade, Anna felt a deep sense of peace. She looked at Ben and Max, grateful for the unexpected chance that had brought them together. Ben caught her gaze and smiled softly. "You've changed our lives, Anna. I can't imagine this journey without you." Anna's heart warmed. "And you've given me hope." After their picnic, Max asked Anna to teach him how to fly a kite. Laughing, she agreed. They spent the afternoon running across the fields, the colorful kite dancing high in the sky. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of pink and purple, Anna and Ben sat quietly on the grass, watching Max play nearby. Ben turned to Anna, his voice gentle. "I want you to know something. I've been thinking a lot about us, about what the future holds." Anna looked at him, her heart beating faster. "I don't want to rush anything," Ben continued, "but I want us to be a family. Not just for now, but forever." Tears of happiness filled Anna's eyes. "I want that too." They held hands, the promise of a new beginning shining between them. Back at home, Max was already asleep, dreaming sweet dreams. Anna watched him quietly and whispered, "Thank you for letting me be part of your life." Ben joined her, wrapping his arms around her shoulders. Together, they stood in the soft glow of the night, ready to face whatever came next together. Anna knew that life wouldn't always be easy, but with Ben and Max by her side, every moment was worth it. The wrong call at 3 a.m. had been the start of something wonderful, a new family, built on trust, kindness, and love. And in that love, Anna found her home.